Okay, here this is just sort of, we're coming up to, if you look, there's Cupid's Key and Governor's Harbor. And I'm trying to film, and you can see the plane moving up and down. It was like before, it was relatively stable, but that's how it goes. And, we had different GoPros on the camera. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened. They said they downloaded, but
maybe that's your stuff coming in now, Todd, that boat. Oh, yeah, I see it.
So what David's referring to, if you look in the middle and towards the bottom, you'll see there's a boat coming in. And that boat is a freight boat, and I was expecting an order. And as it comes out, the stuff that I had ordered from Florida was on that boat. So that worked out perfectly well. Unfortunately, some of those things in the order didn't actually make it into the order. But again, that's how it goes here. Okay, where we are now is up towards Governor's Harbor, and if you look in the first little cove there, you'll see there's some boats. That's probably the gas boat that delivers. And then you've got another little cove, which is a little bit harder to get to. And then the big cove is actually Receivers Beach, which I'm sure a lot of you have been to. And right after that, where we're coming up to, is going to be the Governor's Harbor Airport.
Probably go out a little bit because we're right on the departure end of 1-5.
Okay, if you look right up there, you'll see that there's Receivers Beach on the right-hand side, next to Coco de Mama. And now you can see the runway for the Governor's Harbor Airport. And if you look at the island, you can see really how thin it is. And you don't know that when you're down there. When you're on the land, looks normal.
Yeah, I'm just going out a little bit here to stay away from any traffic. I don't see any on the tarmac right now.
Okay, if you look out towards the thicker part of that land there's a sort of brownish water type thing. That's actually James Point, and that's a relatively thicker part. Down south there's much wider parts of the island, but up north is fairly thin. There's not a lot of land between them, and you can see up here that then it thins out again.
Like up here, this whole section is where you are. This
Yes.
is Rainbow.
Yeah, we went to the cliffs there.
Oh, yeah. Did you go to the right-hand side? There's a way you can walk down.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You go, see where the sand is all the way on the end?
Yes.
There's a cut. I can see the cut because I know where it is. There's a cut in there, and you can actually walk
I see
down.
it now, sure.
where that silo is, right by the dump.
Yes.
From there, all the way up to there, this was all farmland. And everybody in Hatchet Bay used to live there, work there and everything else.
I like the sign that says caution cow crossing.
Well, there are,
There are?
Oh yeah, there are cows, and they get loose.
Because we saw some when we were up a little further by the airport up there. They were penned in, but I didn't see any.
No, there's a whole bunch of cows that live in here. But when you come from that sharp corner rack there,
yeah,
into Hatchet Bay, you always keep an eye out because they're good size. And even the calves would hurt.
Oh yeah.
North Eleuthera traffic, Aztec November 6110 Golf is on a final runway 7 North Eleuthera.
Okay, see that pond right down below there? That's called Sweeting's Pond. And there is a way in there, and there's seahorses that people like to go and see. But, my advice on that is, use caution, because if you disturb them and they die, then they're not there for anybody in the future.
Now we're coming up on glass window.
Yep.
North Eleuthera traffic, Aztec November 6110 Golf is on a short final runway 7 North Eleuthera traffic, advice North Eleuthera.
Okay, there's Glass Window Bridge, which everybody loves to get pictures of, come and visit. It's a big attraction to the island. And you can see, you can see even better up here, the contrast between on the right-hand side, the Atlantic, deep blues of the Atlantic, and on the left-hand side, the shallower aquamarine waters of the Exuma Sound.
Sometimes I can't remember when the door was open. Nothing but the light was coming in. Sometimes I...
The point of land up that sticks out is Whale Point. And that island that we're coming up to that you can see on the right-hand side, that's Harbour Island out there. The view in this bowl here, where Whale Point sticks out, there's this place called the Other Side. It's a really cool place.
can't remember, but for now I'm hoping I...
If you look sort of in the middle of the screen, you'll see some white. That's the 3 Mile Island dock. That's where you get the boat to Harbour Island. And you can see there's a little bit farther out there, then you've got some other islands that we'll be coming a little closer to shortly. if you look towards the bottom of the screen, you can sort of make out there's like a island there with some buildings on it, and I can't remember what that is. I think it's some kind of a resort, like an eco resort type thing. Farther up, you're going to see that piece of land that goes out is up by Preacher's Cave, and I'd never seen this part before. There's obviously like a big hole here in the water, so the water must get deeper right in that section, which is really cool to see because I hadn't been on a plane going this way in the past. Okay, as you can see right in the middle of the screen, that's Harbour Island, and we're going to be heading over, and we'll pretty much go over Harbour Island shortly. Okay, this is Harbour Island, and you can see on the left the 3 Mile pink sand beach, which I can't say it's any pinker than the beaches on Eleuthera, to be honest. But if you look at this end, is less populated, but as we get farther down the island, like where you get off on the boat, you'll see just how populated the island is. Now, I don't know how much of that land that doesn't have houses is actually available for sale. It could be all privately owned. I really don't know. But just look how many houses are in this section. Well, we made it north. We didn't go over Spanish Wells, and we're going to be heading south and back to Governor's Harbor Airport. This that you're seeing is Whale Point with those rocks up there, and we're headed back towards where the castle is next, and the next part will be from here back to the Governor's Harbor Airport with a landing, which that was a fun one because it was just the little plane, and well, you'll see.